Yo, what's good? I gotta tell you guys, I just watched my first ever episode of Lucha Underground. I know it's the second season, it's the second episode of the second season, but this is the first episode I have ever watched. So if you're a huge Lucha Underground follower, excuse me if I don't know some people's names or I don't know the story, and I will be asking a few questions. But unlike Raw, this show does not leave me with more questions than I do answers. I have never done a Raw review, and I enjoyed this episode of Lucha Underground so much that I decided I needed to do a review. It was my duty as a pro wrestling Mark. I know internet people love to hear that term. As a pro wrestling fan, to do a review for this show, to do a review to this program, and I felt compelled to watch this show because of Jim Cornette's comments about Lucha Underground, how the production and how it wasn't pretending to be real, how it's pretty much it presents itself as a TV show, like a legit television show, not as a wrestling promotion. It's not trying to be, it's not trying to present itself as real action. And at first, that kind of tripped me out at first as well. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the cameras. The cameras keep changing angles all the time, and then the vignettes were kind of trippy. It was a lot like a soap opera, like a novela for these Spanish speaking. My speaking subscribers or anybody watching who knows not like what a novela is or a Spanish soap opera. I don't know about an English soap opera, but they probably have like vignettes like this as well. So it reminded me a lot about that. And I'm not a big fan of like TV shows like The Walking Dead or that one show about meth. I'm not a big fan of all that. I watch wrestling. I watch boxing. These are the only things I like. And I don't watch them for of course I watch them for the entertainment, but I watch them mostly for the wrestling, for the athleticism, because it's wrestling, because it's boxing. That's why I watch it. I don't watch it as a show. I watch it as a sport, in a sense. But even though Lucha Underground never presents itself as trying to be real, it's always presented itself as a television show, as a form of entertainment, and it makes no gripes. It doesn't try to fool the audience like other wrestling promotions, not just WWE, but like WWE does, that it is a scripted form of entertainment, and it's very clear about that. But with that out of my chest now, it is very much a wrestling show. It is very much a lucha show, a show centered around the wrestling, around the storylines. And there was 3 matches tonight. The first match was Killshot versus Johnny Mundo. Killshot kind of reminded me of Deadpool, comic book the comic book character. He had like a mask and the full body suit that was red. This match was awesome, guys. This match, I was a bit iffy because there was a vignette in the beginning between Prince Puma and Pentagon Jr., and it was really TV-ish. It was really soap opera-ish. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of this show. And then the first match comes out, and I completely loved it. They do a lot of great spots. Johnny Mundo pushes Killshot into the referee, then hits him with a very cool low blow. He tosses up Killshot, and then does like a back kick to his balls. And then he does his backflip moonsault with a bunch of flips. It was awesome. And then some dude named Cage comes out, and Matt Striker calls him the Swolverine. Awesome name. Awesome, uh, awesome promos by these two guys. Johnny Mundo attacks Cage from behind, and then Cage gets him his redemption. The next match was the Mac versus PJ Black, and that was another good match. The Mac won this with a stunner. It was PJ Black did a springboard from the top rope, and he caught him with a stunner, and that was an awesome ending. The last match was really cool. It was uh, Prince Puma and Pentagon Jr. against the Disciples of Death. And the whole match they played this storyline how Prince Puma, they were and Pentagon Jr. were rivals. They're rivals, and they were supposed to defeat the Disciples of Death. And Pentagon Jr. stole Prince Puma's pin, and then they got in a brawl at the end, and Pentagon Jr. attacks Prince Puma, but Prince Puma comes out on top, and that was an awesome storyline. And I definitely recommend this to any wrestling fan, anybody that wants to get into professional wrestling. Watch this show, man. I was really surprised. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the vignettes in the back, the matches were awesome. They all had a story behind it, and they all were good match wise, not just storyline wise, not just the commentators giving it hype, but the matches were solid. I don't understand why Mil Muertes was in the chair in on top of the stage. He was the Lucha Underground champion. I don't really understand that, but not knowing something didn't hurt me. Didn't hurt my viewer experience like it does when I'm watching Raw. I'm comparing it to Raw because I watch Raw. That's what I've watched for most of my life. That's the only form of wrestling besides TNA that I watched a few episodes that sucked a lot. And so that's why I'm comparing it with WWE, with Monday Night Raw, with SmackDown. I haven't watched SmackDown in years, but that's why I'm comparing it with Raw. When I'm watching Raw, I'm like, oh, why is he still here? Why is this guy beating this guy? What the hell is this? Wasn't he this manager? That's all I'm doing. And maybe it's because I don't know much about the storyline, but even that, then I should be asking more questions then. Not being satisfied, not being content, just sitting back, relaxing, man, and enjoying this freaking show. And I was very excited about this. I look forward to seeing this next week, and I will be doing a review next week too because I enjoy watching this product. It's not a chore like a lot of people that watch Raw. It's a chore. It's a chore to watch Raw. They don't love it. They don't love watching it. They're not entertained by it. People that watch Lucha Underground are entertained by it. Oh, and a big hint. There was a few hints of new wrestlers coming on. There was a woman wrestler, and then some other dude with the wolves. I forgot his name. Sorry about that. But at the end, there was this another video package, and Dragon Azteca came out. But I recognized the voice throughout, and he's like, "I already have my mask." The camera points at him. It's Rey Mysterio. So you got a big time superstar added to the show. It's adding to the show's hype. It's adding to the show's popularity. I'm a big fan. You should too. You should watch this show. Tune in, guys. I really, really recommend it. Thanks everybody for watching, and please subscribe, guys. Peace.